You are welcome to the Lord TV, your number one fantastic reality TV that gives you all that it takes to be enlightened on trending news, such as politics, entertainment, sports, and what have you. If you are new on this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button as well as already subscribed. So please don't forget to drop your comments anytime I drop new videos. Thank you. Ciao, ciao.
Viewers, today's headline reads: Obasanjo warns Buhari, don't allow restructuring agitation lead to war. But before I proceed, please don't forget your comments concerning this news are of great importance. Don't forget to leave them behind. Click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell buttons to get updated anytime we upload new videos. Thank you. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has said the present government needs to heed the agitation of those clamoring for restructuring before such agitations develop into self-determination. Speaking in Lagos on Saturday at the first memorial lecture organized in honor of the founder of the Oodua People's Congress, Dr. Frederick Fashaun, the former president advised the president, Major General Muhammadu Buhari Rutana, to heed the call now before it will be too late. He said Nigeria could not afford to be plugged into another war because the nation might not survive the second civil war. Obasanjo, who said insecurity was a major concern in Nigeria, commended the Southwest governors for establishing the Western Nigerian Security Network, popularly known as Operation Amotekun. He particularly commended Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde for his leadership on this matter and for sharing their thinking with him. The former president said no section of the country should think it will be easy to quell any other region that might want to succeed if the agitation for restructuring was not addressed. He stated that the agitation while he was in office was for true federalism, but now it had changed to restructuring. He said President Goodluck Jonathan's effort of a national conference did not even get to the National Assembly. Today, the agitation has moved up to restructuring, thanks to Buhari's administration and its impunity and all. With the fractional political division, poor management of the economy, the non-protecting security, and the politics of uncertainty in the land, we should not allow restructuring agitation to degenerate to self-determination. There is still a window of opportunity for us to nip in the bud a possible and indeed likely agitation for self-determination that will be violent, destructive, and all-empowering. We have descended to lack of civility, bordering on uncivilization, indignity, mutual disrespect, and crudity in the language of our debates. Dialogue, discourse, address, comments, and remarks across tribe, section, religion, ethnicity, and community. If not halted, it will degenerate and poison the atmosphere to the tipping point or point of no return. Obasanjo, who played an active part in the Nigerian Civil War, said the military then planned that it would crush the Biafran soldiers between 3 and 6 months. He, however, said Nigeria almost lost to Biafra but managed to defeat the agitators after 36 months. He said, and before we descend any further, let me warn, from experience, those who are beating the drum of war and domination from all quarters. I joined late Bisala under General Hassan Katsina to write the appreciation and the operational instruction for the Nigerian Civil War. We estimated that federal government would express the Biafran rebellion within 3 months. To make allowances for the unforeseen, we allowed 6 months, but it took us 30 months, 5 times what we allowed for. And what is more, we nearly lost the war, and as a field commander at the end of the war, I can attest that we fought with all Nigerian tribes, including Igbos, against Biafra. He said the National Assembly appeared to be aware of the lurking danger and wanted to be proactive, but he said the Constitution did not give them the power to write a new Constitution, but to amend the existing one. What is required is a new Constitution to meet the agitation and aspiration of all Nigerians and to allay all fears. The executive and the legislature need to work together to establish a constituent assembly. He continued, and if after over 10 years of fighting Boko Haram, the terrorist group is still waxing strong, let nobody out of self-delusion think that a war of self-determination by one or more geopolitical zones of Nigeria with the present disenchantment will be easily suppressed by the rest of what may remain of the country. Today, we can still collectively debate, dialogue, and lead our country to where, by consensus, we still want it to be a united, strong, harmonious, dynamic, fast-developing, productive, fast-growing, and progressive nation with sufficient leeway for autonomous development and management by component units on the basis of health competition, mutual respect, caring and sharing for one another within one nation and one destiny, with shared values, common goals, and venerated diversity. There are still people of goodwill who can speak up and speak out and take effective and positive actions individually and collectively that will corporately save the country from ruthlessness and disintegration. We must allow a stitch in time to save 9 so that we are not pushed to the rim of the unknown, and which may be for all of us undesirably. The National Publicity Secretary of the Arewa Consultative Forum, Anthony Sani, who spoke before Obasanjo, said although there was no harm in restructuring, he said he did not believe the time was ripe for restructuring now. He said, while I do not oppose restructuring, the problem might not be restructuring, and I am not sure that restructuring at a time when there is so much distrust will be the solution. The new president of OPC, Prince Osibot, expressed worry about the insecurity in the nation. Osibot said, we are saddened by the state of insecurity in the land. The challenge is exacerbated by unbridled poverty, illiteracy, and ignorance, coupled with lack of vision and character by a section of the Nigerian political class. We frittered away ample opportunities that came our way to consolidate on our strength, human capacities, and natural endowment. We unambiguously denounce the spilling of blood in the land, banditry, abduction, and other forms of heinous crimes that have almost made life miserable in some parts of the country. One of the children of the late OPC founder, Olubumi, appreciated those present at the ceremony. He said, I want to appreciate you all for coming to honor our late father. We know that you love our father when he was alive. Thank you for listening to this news. Viewers, it has been said, and all has been said. It now left for President Muhammadu Buhari to heed to this instruction. The warning Obasanjo is giving to President Muhammadu Buhari is based on experience. And as a military leader who took part in the civil war, is actually trying to make emphasis on what actually happened then and advising President Muhammadu Buhari not to allow what actually happened during the civil war to repeat itself. Because this issue of insecurity or ignoring this issue is what will likely cause such to happen again. So it should pay attention. It should be submissive. It should welcome ideas. It should be accommodating, because it cannot work. Its own ideas alone cannot work. So please, I want to personally still encourage the president, wherever he is. I believe and I strongly want this news to go far, even down to his system, so that he will see reason why he should pay attention to this issue. So what's your comment concerning this? Don't forget to leave them behind. Click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell buttons to get updated anytime we upload new videos. Thank you.
Got it.